This is a glute bridge. This is one of my favorite exercises of all time, and I will tell you why as we do it. Really, really, really simple. Lay down on your back. The absolute lowest level of this is to keep your hands next to you, tuck your belly muscles in, and then lift and lower down. Okay. I will go through all of the progressions to this, and then I will tell you why I like it so much. The next progression up from this, once you can do 15, 3 sets of 15 of this really, really easily, then you take your hands away and you give yourself a hug. Okay. Once you can do 15 where you're giving yourself a hug, 3 sets, easy. You can either walk your feet away from you. That will make this harder. You'll also feel that more in your hamstrings with that. Once those are easy, then you progress to single leg, and you should be able to go full range of motion on one leg with your hands next to you. If you had to, you could put your hands next to you and use them to stabilize. But in a perfect world, you are strong enough to lift through here. Okay? The glute bridge is so good because it's a really friendly way to get our glutes firing against gravity. And I'm going to stop and tell you a quick story. So when I did my hospital rotations, I was in a neurological unit at St. Joe's down in Phoenix, Arizona. And we saw folks with who had spinal cord injuries, who had traumatic brain injuries, who had orthopedic spinal surgeries, you name it. And it was our job as the physical therapist to help get these people out their hospital rooms and walking and see where we could discharge them to. And nobody wants to walk around in a hospital gown with their butt hanging out. So we had to put their pants on. And that glute bridge, okay, think about it. If we had to get somebody's pants on, we could get their ankles in the holes. We could get it all the way up to here, and then we'd say lift so that we could slide their pants up underneath them. And God, the number of people who could not lift their butt. Now, granted, a hospital bed is kind of squishy, but it was still embarrassing. It was embarrassing for the patient. It was embarrassing for us as practitioners. It was embarrassing. It just was. There's no other way to put it. So I promised myself, if I ever get the opportunity to treat a real patient, I don't really care what their condition is. We're going to make sure that that is something that they can do. And I remember talking to my clinical instructor about it and asking, like, God, what is going on with all these people? Like, why can't they do this simple move? And she said, well, think about it, right? A couple of paths that this might go down. Number one, they may have never done this before. So now we're asking their body, when it's in a really critical state, right? All of its alarm bells are going off because they just had a stroke or a surgery or a brain injury, that like it doesn't want to learn something new. So it's their body's nervous system isn't letting them try this new motion, right? That could be one. Number two, they could be able to do it. They're just weak. Number three, they could have some neurological condition where their glutes don't fire, right? They cannot physically recruit the muscles to lift them up. And then the last part of it was, they did just have this major event. Their body's alarm systems are going off. They don't want to do it. So I always said to myself, if I'm lucky enough to have patients who trust me with their health, I am going to show them that move so that at least it's not the first one. If they can't lift their hips, it's because their body's in hyper-responsive mode, or they physically are too weak to do it. It's not because they've never done it before. It's not because their nervous system has to learn a new motion in this critical state. So that is why I love the glute bridge so much. And I think it's a move I'm going to do every day until the day I die. And I tell all my friends and family, do that every day until the day you die, and watch what happens to your quality of life. Appreciate you. Keep moving.